I slept well. I am super excited to have this day with you all. And not for no particular reason, but God woke me up this morning with a grateful heart. So we are definitely calling this Faithful Friday for me. I hope you join in and find what you need in this space as well. So we're going to get started. We are here for 30 minutes on Clubhouse. We are streaming to all the platforms. Yes, all the platforms. Happy day and welcome to Leveraging Leads. This is a safe space of support and enhancement to get leads, which are collaborators, referral partners, clients, customers, and even friends. Check out the pin link if you are on Clubhouse or the ticking link if you are on our other platforms, uh, and fill that out to get new leads and strategies to become more visible. Get ready to take action in this meeting by creating your powerful introduction and sharing it. We are here for 30 minutes and we have a jam-packed agenda. Our agenda starts with gratitude, and then we go to the ingredients of a powerful introduction, examples of a powerful introduction, our leveraging leads lesson, and then at 7:55, if we have anyone in the audience, we will bring you up to talk and give you a powerful introduction. Daily reiteration and declaration of who you are is vital to building confidence and calling forth to your desires. Thank you for joining, listening, or listening to the replay. We are excited that you are here with us this morning. So we are going to go with, if you are in the room and on TikTok, TT, please put in the chat what you are grateful for. If you are in the other streaming areas, you can put in the comments what you're grateful for. And I am here and I'm going to start with what I'm grateful for. I am grateful for rest. I remember a year ago, I was not sleeping. And now when I sleep, I can sleep, like shut off all the noise. My brain is able to shut off. I'm able to relax and rejuvenate it. And how do I know that? Because I get up every morning and the first thing I do is like, thank God for a new day. And then I ground myself by touching the ground. And then I go into my daily gratitude. So I would love to know what you all are grateful for. Uh-oh.
Happy day, Keisha.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning.
There.
Okay, there you go. I went out.
Okay.
You said,
Right.
what are you appreciating?
Yes, I am grateful for hitting up against people and circumstances and learning where I need to grow, where I need to flow, and if I need to go.
Oh, okay. That is that is always amazing. Got up this morning and it's that was the it wasn't the topic per se, but it was in alignment with my morning inspiration was from suffering to abundance. And I think you and I talk about that a lot about getting to a place where we're uncomfortable and we're growing, and then getting to a place where we're uncomfortable because that's not where we're supposed to be. Um, Good morning, Bowden. Welcome. Please tell me something that you're grateful for in the chat. So yeah, Erica, I appreciate you sharing that. And likewise, I love where we get to do that and do that with each other, do life with each other. Um, so the next thing is ingredients of a powerful introduction. So those are some ingredients that first we start this off for with I am statement, who you are, your I am statement. Erica gave me another characteristic yesterday, and I was like, I didn't realize I was that. And then I did just kind of pay attention later to conversations that we were having. I was like, okay, I see what she calls for that characteristic in me. She could see that. So you have your I am statement. Look in the mirror, look at a picture. What is the pure essence of who you are? And when you come into the space and you go into someone's house or you meet someone for the first time, what is the first thing you do? Is you extend your hand and say, I am, and give your name. And if you're in a business setting, it's like you are da 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 da. And we are so trained to tell us what we're doing, but we forgot to just talk about, who we are. So then it is then what you're doing. So number two is what do you do? What that means your credentials, your licensures, all the things that make you you in your work life or your business life. Then it's who you serve. So who is that person that you serve that maybe looks like you, that have that you can show a way to improve. Then it is how do you serve them? What makes you uniquely propositioned to serve them in your testing of what you have done, trials and tribulations, whatever it may be, however you're connecting with them. And then it is why do you serve them? Is it because you saw in them something that you've gone through and you want to help them not navigate it as roughly as you did? All right. And then, so we got who you are, what do you do, who do you serve, how do you serve them, why do you serve them, what makes you uniquely propositioned to serve them. So, yes, you went through that thing, you came out on the other side, but there's so many other people that have that same testimony. But what makes your testimony, what makes you more likable to work with than the other person? Does your personalities click? And you be like, okay, yes, I work with this person because this is who I am. And this is what makes me uniquely propositioned to work with that person. And then how do they get to you? What is the address? Give me the Addy, drop your pen, whatever it is you want to say. That's what you're going to do. And that's how you're going to get them. Our biggest thing is that as we're using these social media platforms, we should be driving them to our website or where our CRM, where we can collect their information to communicate with them, so we can build community, because that is the space that in which I work and live in. And I believe that's also Erica's space, is in community. So those are the ingredients of a powerful introduction. Erica, are you available to give your powerful introduction?
Yes, I am. Okay. That was some feedback. Hello, everyone. I'm Erica Kessie. I am the son of the Thrivers, powered by love, wisdom, and celebration. I am a multifaceted leader and creator. I am a therapist and CEO of Your Goal Concierge, where we have a plethora of options for leaders. But you must begin somewhere. And the beginning is to become a commander. You should be commanding your thriving. Yes. And so I want to invite leaders who may be experiencing imposter syndrome, burnout, may be experiencing needing to sit down and nurture themselves and truly have a high functioning support system to join the Commander Club. Yes, we are here to embrace you and get you to your dreams, get you to the best destination. Yes, you should be able to slide there, and we will show you how. You can go to www.yourgoalconcierge.com.
Awesome. And I am the Keisha Johnson. I am a loyal, grateful, witty, charismatic, silly connoisseur of light, love, and laughter. I love all things food and libations. I love to pair foods. I love to travel and try new foods. And because of that, I have a passion to curate your masterpiece vacation and take you on a foodie adventure. What does that look like, you say? It says that I want to try something exotic. So it's like, let's go somewhere where you maybe can try scorpion. And then it's like, okay, how do I do that? What do I do? It's called our digital nomad plan. And what it is that you're going to go somewhere and live like a local. So you're going to eat some new, unique things. You're going to try some things. You're going to learn how to fish, grow your own food. Depending on what that is in their culture, you're going to be able to immerse yourself into that culture. Why would you want to do this? Because you have a business that allows you to do so, and you've always wanted to venture out and live somewhere else. Why not do it for 3 months? Why not do it for 6 months? Hell, do it for a year. See what it's like. Erica is a digital nomad, but she does it in the US and she gets paid to move and relocate. Does that sound like something interesting for you? Well, let us help you get there. And you can visit me at www.masterpiecevacations.com and put in there your contact info, and let's decide where you would like to go and figure out where does your dreams take you. So we thank you for those examples of a powerful introduction. We thank you for being here. I have nothing on my end, Erica. I don't know if you're live anywhere else, but I don't see any comments in our other space. But y'all, we are here. I did not have anything business related to talk about, or leveraging leads lesson per se. However, this is kind of what our tonality have been for the month, and that is balance. So we're going to talk about balance. I'm personally, I am a very headstrong, put your head down, make it work, see how it works, and figure it out and make it happen, right? But after being with Erica, I found out that that was a different way of doing things, right? And I had to find the balance of being that very independent, strong-headed person to thriving and allowing things to flow. And that was difficult, especially when your adult child comes back home as she's going through some things and you have a grandchild and you're so used to being regiment in your life that you just want them to come in and understand and know what it is you're supposed to do. But there had to be a sense of balance, because my granddaughter did not understand Granny being in front of this camera all the time or being in front of the computer all the time. She just knew that Granny took pictures with her every time she came around. That was our thing. We did a selfie. So how did I learn to balance being this businesswoman and a 4-year-old not understanding Granny is not going to the office anymore, but she still has to work? Okay. So Erica and I had a conversation one time, and she's like, you need to take time, get on her level, and sit and talk to her eye to eye. And I was like, okay, how do I do that? Because guess what? I didn't do that with my children. I was dictatorship. You do what I say. Hey, Kershaw, welcome in. You do what I say. You don't get a say so in this. And there was no sense of balance. And I realized after my kids were adult that they did not like me. They loved me as their mom, but they did not like me. So if I couldn't get my kids to buy into my dream and vision and mission of my businesses because they did not like me, how do I expect a perfect stranger to do so? So we definitely have to find a balance. And we hear it all the time, work-life balance. But we got to have an emotional and intellectual balance. We have to have boundaries. And it's okay to have them. It is super okay to have them. I used to think boundaries meant that I would push people away. No, it means that I will allow people in when they act right. And if you don't act right, you don't have to be peace. And that looks different for everybody. For women, first thing we do is block everybody to quote unquote protect our peace. We will do that. Some of us do it better than others. Some of us do it quicker than others. Some of them you get one chance and you're out. For me, I am a grace-driven person. I do allow grace because I am not that pushy in relationships, but in business like that. So it's a little. So where do you find your balance? So Erica, do you have any personal feedback on balance, and would you like to give any expertise on how to find balance?
I'm so happy that you're bringing this up. First of all, I don't really believe or that balance is what we really want. Balance means that everything has the same amount of energy, the same amount of effort. What we want is, or what I pursue, is harmony. Harmony is when I give, based on me triaging my time, my energy, my capacity, their energy, if I'm interacting with people, the organization's energy, the culture, the capacity. I am sensing and reading all of the circumstances, and then I harmoniously select where I'm going to put my effort.
You know what? That's real good. I like that. I'm gonna adopt that. Yes, I'm gonna adopt that because
I'm always sensing. So I know that you and I, we talk about how I'm not cut off game, but I'm always sensing. If it's not a good experience, it's a bad experience, and I want good experiences. That is my boundary. I want good experiences. So as soon as it's not, then it's like you go anywhere and you have a bad experience, then what do? You do not go to that place.
Right.
You do not interact there. But a lot of us, I'm like, for example, I even beat up on myself sometimes on how I cut off people because I do want to be connected to people. It's just that people fall short so much.
Yep.
Because when I'm highly, I have my boundaries set and I have them and my values, and that's the way I'm moving. Excuse me. That's the way I'm moving. Then I'm going to hit up against other people who have different ways and interactions and how they operate. And it's either a fit or it's not. And there's no hard feelings. It's either a fit or it's not, period. Now, sometimes that people think it's mean. But why interact with anything that's not a good experience? I'm here for a reason because I'm being intentional. They may not be intentional. That's fine. That's their capacity. That's how they move. It ain't no hard feelings. And that's the way it is. So, regarding that also, I have to say there is to be able to have harmony, you must have discipline. A lot of people don't have that, but having discipline means that you will actually reiterate your boundaries. Having discipline means that you will abide by your time, energy, capacity. When you triage that, you're not going to do something other than that. And I'll have to say, recently, I had things set up exactly the way it was intended to be.
So much for
and
the heart
then whenever I get out of line of what I had intended for it to be, circumstances show up that are not the best fit circumstances. And I just learned that by interacting with some individuals. Now, another thing I want to say is that was so profound in the meeting I had was you can put yourself, even when I talk to you, Keisha, I say have yourself structured, put yourself in the best circumstances. Mm-hmm. But when you're in these great circumstances that you've built around yourself, when you're in that cocoon, right? When you get out of the cocoon and you interact with people outside the cocoon, you're going to hit up against them, period. Conflict is going to happen. You're going to feel triggered. You then need to show and activate what you've learned and what you've been able to cultivate in that cocoon. You get to decide that your cocoon gets to go with you everywhere. And if it is not that, then that's not a good fit. Going back to what you said, flow. Ease and flow. It's beautiful. And you can have that, because I mean, I have that. I have all kinds of, and you know this, Keisha, opportunities. Like when I interact with my team on Monday, when I interact with my COO, when I interact with you, when I interact here in this space, when I have curated the spaces and the people, and I stay in line, all is well. But when I dip out of there, just to see what's out there, I hit up against something, and I need to evaluate and triage what I need to be doing the next time in order to handle that particular trigger or trauma or that conflict that shows up. But we do also need to sometimes dip out just so we can know how well are we doing? You know,
Yeah.
How well are we doing? Are we really thriving? Or you just have set up certain conditions so you do not have to deal with things. What are you going to do? What are you really going to do with any kind of thing going on? Are you actually thriving or not? Because the best way to know is to dip your foot out there and see what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Like, what is your reaction? Not reaction. What is your response? Because we don't want to react, you all. We want to be a person that responds. We process, we soothe ourselves, and then we respond, and then we can be proud of ourselves. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you, Keisha, for the opportunity.
Good morning. You're most welcome. I love that. Like I said, I'm going to adopt that. Nana, thank you so much for joining us. Petty Lady, thank you for joining us. If you would tap and put something that you're grateful for on the screen, we would love for you to share that. And the reason that I will be adopting instead of work-life balance, but work-life harmony. Mindset is how we grow. Mindset is how your business grows. It's how you grow. Is sometimes it's the perspective. So yesterday's message was about a change of perspective. This Nana said she's grateful for food. This morning's message was from deliverance to abundance. So God is telling us. So I'm going through another transition at this point in my life. And like you said, I'm just now getting out there to even start to date, right? To start to communicating with men is something for me to see, have I healed from what I dealt with over the last year? Is it time? Is it time for me to wait a minute? Maybe it's not, it's too soon. So I am doing that. But the reason I'm choosing different words is because words have power. I remember listening to this multimillionaire from an event I was at, and it was his son. His dad was a multimillionaire published author and different things, and he talked about, growing up with his with this type of father. And so he was saying, he always thought dad is not here for this, but his dad exchanged those few years to build a business that he was able to take over. And he was like, so it wasn't a sacrifice of time. It was an exchange of time. It was an exchange of the right now to build the thing so you can have a legacy later. And I was like, wow. Because when we talk about sacrificing, we're speaking generally from a negative point, because the only person that truly sacrifice means you're giving your last. And Erica talks about never giving up your last. Like your cup must runneth over. And so upon doing that, it makes a difference in using that word. We're not sacrificing. We're exchanging. We're exchanging the now, the pressing.
That's right, Keisha.
Yeah, it is the now. We are exchanging it now to build this thing, to lay the foundation, to do the thing so it can then give us more in the future, and we're able to live in harmony. I love that, Erica. So that is that's probably going to start to be a part of my powerful introduction, because I'm living harmonious now. I'm living in a space where
I agree. That's one reason why I love being around you, because, okay, so we are in this high flying energy, you and I, when we're together. People love it, but they also don't understand it. And so they want to sometimes not appreciate it. But it's like, you know how to stay in a space in the energy where it is good. We're high flying. We're manifesting. We making money while we sitting here chatting. That's the way it's supposed to be. And I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Miss Mir. Can you tell us something you're grateful for this morning in the chat? And we would love to get that shouted out. So yeah, and I never knew. Like y'all, when you put your when you put yourself behind a force, I don't what you believe in. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus died for my sins, and God is yes. So I believe God puts people and have put people in my life this year that has allowed me to move in places and spaces and to move quickly. So what would have seemed like a year's worth of relationship with Erica has been a year. And OMG, I am so grateful and thankful that he gave me a partner like her to do this thing called life with. So remember, stay harmonious and not balanced, and find and create yourself a thriving rest of the day. Y'all, we are only here for 30 minutes. We get it in, we get it out, and we like to have a great time. So I hope you all enjoy your day and be great to one another, but most of all, a thriving you, a thriving business, a thriving people around you. All right. Y'all take care and have a good one. Until tomorrow, we'll see y'all. Bye bye.